Salute to all the diehards. This is Diehard Giants Live, and I am your host. I am Terrell on IG and Twitter. It's been so long, I almost forgot I put the little kids cheer at the beginning. I was like, hold on, something is missing. I had to pull up the panel real quick. I got Steph and Eru here. How are y'all doing, man? It's been a while.
It has been a while. I haven't seen Eru in about maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Right?
It's literally been a long time, yeah. It's
Right.
good to be here, though. I'm wearing my blue, in solidarity for the Giants. So.
Yeah. Things are good on
Nice.
this end.
Nice. Salute to Sincerely and Wonder Woman. Both have came through real quick. Well, he said we hope we draft love. We already talked about players already. And Wonder Woman, good evening, Jarrell, Stephanie, Eru, salute. Ajay said he might be coming. Y'all know who.
Yeah, I sent him the link.
Okay, so if he pop in, he can. Yeah, we might as well start off. This the pre-draft. We're gonna have like a little mock draft action. We'll talk about players. First we're gonna talk about Dexter Lawrence being traded. So we actually got the 10th pick for him. I'm excited about the 10th pick. I don't want to get too winded. Maybe I'll go last about this because I got a lot to say, especially when it comes to Dex and how he handled it. Any feelings? I know you both of you like Dexter Lawrence. I think everybody likes Dexter Lawrence, but how you actually feel about the trade? You go first.
Well, at first, it's like mixed feelings because we all really love him. We like sexy Dex, regardless of injuries or whatever. Just the bad taste of him talking about, he wanted more money, or if he didn't get the money, the way that story just built it just didn't have a good taste. But then, we find out that he actually wanted to go to Cincinnati. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of like changes my feelings towards sexy, man. But the Giants couldn't really stop the run to begin with, man. So we lose sexy, so we just gotta start from scratch. So that's my feelings, man. I wish him well, man. But just energy towards us, and then going to the Bengals kind of soured that little relationship I had with him. At least I thought I had with him.
Yeah, man. Steph?
Yeah, I just felt like it's a new era. We got, super happy about the coaching hire. And we have a lot of holes, right? But I just felt like Dexter Lawrence, was stout. We still have one of those building blocks. We still had to fill in some other holes. Then I'm like, damn, now he's gone. And we got to try to fill that spot. We got a lot of holes, as it is. But like Eru says, and the coach said, you don't want to be here, then it's okay. You can go. And to get a 10th pick, we need it. We could have got a second rounder too, or fifth rounder. I would have appreciated that too, but I'll take the 10th.
Yeah, definitely.
I was actually ecstatic.
Would you prefer the 10th or say the second and the fifth round, or multiple picks in later rounds?
Oh, you will always go about, you always want the highest pick. That's this is bittersweet for me because having the 10th pick, that's almost unheard of. I don't remember the last time a player got traded for the top 10 pick. I think the last time it happened was Randy Moss.
Mm-hmm.
So think about how long ago that was. I think when he got traded from Minnesota to the Raiders, I think that was a top 10 pick. But other than that, I don't remember I don't want to say my lifetime because I'm a little old, but in recent memory, I don't remember a player actually being traded for a top 10 pick straight up like that. That's unheard of. But
number 10 is a guarantee, not guaranteed, because we already struck out a couple times with those high picks, So
we'll talk about that too. Yep.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna talk about that.
Yeah. So we basically, hopefully if everything goes right, we could possibly get a starter somewhere. So it should work out, man. I think we'll be fine because we're already a young team rebuilding anyway. So this might be a gift in return, because he wanted extra money. He still had 2 years left. He has injury history, so maybe this balances everything out.
Mm-hmm. Salute to S God with the Man Cave podcast. S God, man, salute. He be on Dope Soul Sports Talk sometimes. Matter of fact, we haven't seen you in a while, bro. You gotta get on the panel again.
Yeah, we going on tomorrow because the Knicks play Thursday. So if you can make it,
Yeah.
I'm on.
Delusional, my guy said he's sorry he can't be here tonight. We'll be turning in while he in bed. We don't want to. We don't want to picture you in bed, brother. Delusional up there watching us playing with his feet right now, chilling, man.
Oh my god.
That's what's up, though. Salute to Delusional, man. Wish you was on the panel, but we're in your bedroom right now, chilling, talking about these Giants. As God said, he don't have the link no more. We can get you the link.
We'll get you the link.
Yeah. Let me see what I'm missing in the chat so far. What y'all talking about?
Oh, Escort, and definitely, I have a new Twitter account because I won't be able to send it to you on X unless you subscribe to me. So it's at Dope Soul Sports.
Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting that Steph and Twitter don't really like each other right now.
What happened? You got shadow banned or something?
I got hacked twice.
Twice
In a week. And then the second time they was like, you're gonna have to start a new account because we can't verify it's you. Then I started a new account. And then they said, oh, this is a parody account.
Yeah, that ain't you either.
That ain't me. You impersonated. I said, oh my God.
Said that ain't you either.
Well, I can't go live on Twitter for some reason. They banned me for last few years. I can't go live on Twitter. It's weird.
They ban you from going live?
Yeah, everything else works except like going live through a streaming service. I can go live like just regular, but I can't go through like a third-party streaming service.
Ah, man, that's super weird.
Yeah.
My thoughts on Dustin Lawrence, I really try not to be long-winded when it comes to this. I know we don't got that much time, but this is one of the main reasons I try to tell people don't attach yourself to players a lot, especially with the NFL, because anybody can go at any time. Salary caps don't mean anything. They either want the player or they don't. It all depends on your production and the time that your contract is up or not up, or how much guaranteed money you have on that contract, and that player can be upset or actually be okay with the money that he's being paid now. Apparently, Dexter Lawrence was mad, not this year, but he wanted out last year. There was a report came out that he actually requested a trade or wanted to leave or get re-upped last year, and they didn't give it to him. And, they kept that all under wraps, as they should. And that was probably a big reason why he played the way he played this past season. Dexter Lawrence is human just like everybody else. So I know he'll probably say that he played his hardest and his heart was in it and stuff like that, because, once you put the helmet on, you're supposed to give you 100% at all times. But, I mean, he's a human just like anybody else. If you don't want to be here, no matter how much money you're getting paid, because it really wasn't just about the money, or he will probably be a New York Giant still. Yeah, but that's why you can't get attached to players. We lost a lot in the past few years. He saw his friends Saquon Barkley and Xavier McKinney get shipped out. They didn't get traded. They wanted to be here and got shipped out anyway.
Right.
So I can see why, personal wise, I can see why that he would want out. Me being a selfish fan, yes, I would like Dexter Lawrence. I would rather have Dexter Lawrence than the 10th pick. But it's bittersweet to me because even though we don't have Dexter Lawrence, getting the 10th pick for a player, like I mentioned before, is unheard of. So we have to take advantage of this. Can we take advantage of this? I don't know. That's the bittersweet part of it, too, because even though we got 2 top 10 picks, Joe Shane had 2 top 10 picks before, and they turned out to be Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal, which it can't even be his fault, really, because that's how the draft is always a dice game and a crapshoot, because those picks weren't necessarily bad picks. Those players were supposed to be picked in the top 10. Everybody had them picked in the top 10. And even though one of them isn't a bust, I would never call Kayvon Thibodeau a bust. I think he's an above average football player. Evan Neal obviously has some ways to go in his development. Maybe it was the coaching staff that was here before. He has a new one now. We'll see what that comes about. But obviously those two picks weren't like the top five, the two top 10 picks we all would have wanted for the franchise. So now Joe Shane gets to do it again, or really does it because we don't know what type of power that he has still. But yeah, the whole Dexter Lawrence thing is bittersweet for me because even though he probably was my favorite player on the team, I get why he left, and I get why we shipped him out of here for the 10th pick.
Yeah. What do you think about trades and stuff? Because we have the 5 and the 10. So are you interested in entertaining like some trades, like say like the Cowboys? They want to try to get ahead of the Giants. Do you think would you be interested in trying to get some of their picks for the number 5?
Yes, absolutely. But we'll save that when we do the mock draft after we talk about see, I don't have a next slide, but you reminded me, Ebru actually reminded me that about the Odell Beckham news.
Right.
For a lot of fans like myself, I was always an OJB fan. So I mean, like I don't know what's gonna come of this because he hasn't been signed, but I don't see why this will be a minus to Jackson Dart's development or Malik Neighbors. I could see him helping him out, or even if we draft a number 1 wide receiver or a wide receiver in the first round, I should say, I could see him helping him too. I don't see a negative in grabbing up Odell, especially he's going to be on a cheap contract. I don't see a negative for it. I don't know how big of a fan you guys are of Odell, but I was a huge fan of his. I was mad that we traded him. But just like I said, my feelings went away quickly after he left. But I'm glad he's back if he's going to be back.
Oh, you made it.
You on mute stuff.
How much does he have left, though?
That's the question.
Yeah. How old is he now? He's in his 30s now?
Let me check. He's definitely in his 30s, but he's not old. Let me see. Odell Beckham. He's 33.
33, okay.
Turned 33 in November. He'll be 34 in the middle of next season. So
that's pretty old for a football player, right?
Yeah, well, pretty old for a wide receiver in general.
Yeah.
But it's not like it hasn't happened before.
Right.
Yeah.
And he, like, if we sign Odell Beckham, I hope everybody knows that he's not going to be our number 1 or 2 wide receiver.
Right.
Like, he's going to be in the slot, third, maybe 4 wide receiver action, third downs. Maybe he can get open in the slot. I can see him still being able to get open in the NFL. That's how we would use Odell. He's not going to be the Odell Beckham Jr. that he was 10 years ago, man. I know a lot of people waiting for him to put that 13 on and start. I'm pretty sure we'll get like a one-hand catch here or there.
Yeah.
But, don't expect Odell to be crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, Corey Lee said Odell is done. Odell is done. Well, hopefully he's not done if we sign him, but it's not like if we don't sign him, I'm cool. We could just sign a younger wide receiver that we could develop that would take his place and even probably have more production. But I think Odell would just be good in the locker room, to be honest.
Yeah. He's kind of been he hasn't really played much in a while either, man. Since he played I'm looking at it now. So he played 14 games in 2023. He played 9 games in 24, but he didn't play at all last year. So
yeah, he missed out because I think he was injured last year. Hurt his knee again, and I think in one of his knees, I think he doesn't have an ACL.
Oh my
like God. It's pretty much gone. So he's been, but hold on though. He played. This was a while ago. Like the Rams told him this when he signed with the Rams, and if I don't know if you remember that Odell Beckham, he could have been the Super Bowl MVP when he played for the Rams. So he might have a bad knee, but he's been playing on this knee with no ACL for the past like 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
So all that production he had in LA, all the production he played for Harbaugh 2 years ago. Ebru said he played in 2024. I think that was with the Ravens. He had a little bit of production, like it wasn't nothing crazy, but he's been playing on this knee for this long, and he just passed the physical. So it's up to us, I guess, to sign him. But word on the street is that he passed the physical and his workout looked good.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Can you explain that pick rule where like what they call it, the compulsory whatever, like where the Giants are trying not to sign anybody because they're waiting for, you know what I'm saying?
Compensatory?
Yes.
Usually that happens when you do sign free agents, or when free agents are signed from your team, you get an extra pick like at the end of the third round. Those are the comp picks that they're talking about. But if you keep signing players, you have a chance of those being taken away. Like when Saquon was signed with the Eagles, right? They signed us we got a comp pick for that. I think we got a bottom of the third round pick for that. I forgot which player it was or if we traded it. But we got a player for that. And depending on the player and the level of contract, I don't know about trades, but I think since we did lose a few free agents, we have a chance to get comp picks, but I don't know the exact rule of it.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Steph.
Okay.
I was gonna say it's just a weird thing because I know they were saying that like the Giants could sign people right now, but they just wait till either they're waiting until after the draft, so they penalized for that.
To be honest, I don't know exactly what that rule is, but I think I have heard of something like that. And I think that is the reason why we haven't drafted Reader, the defensive tackle from the Lions. He came in for a visit. They said we're supposed to be signing him, but they haven't yet. So he does have. That is a good point. That might be the reason why they haven't signed him yet.
What were you?
I'm about to say delusional. Say he would snatch high at 13 off and give it to OJ. Yeah, speaking of bad draft picks, we'll talk about Hyatt another day.
Hyatt, the cornerback, what was it, Banks? What's his name?
Yep, Banks. I mean, it's a few dudes that is going to be, they might not be on the team after training camp. And John Harbaugh is a completely different person. We have a different coaching staff. I think a lot of these players might have been on the team to save face because they were bad picks, and you don't want to get off of them quickly. But now that Joe Shane isn't running the show anymore, at the end of this training camp, you will find out who's supposed to be here and who's not.
Yeah,
they can't just cut everybody right now. Like they're definitely going to see what Deontay Banks can do with the new DC and how he would use them before they try to cut bait with him. He's still a first round pick. They still might be able to get something for him if they want to trade him.
But this is a surefire way to stay in the bottom of the league when you're not hitting on your first round picks.
Yep. Or picks in general, to be honest. You know what? You're definitely right. Then, like those picks and the late picks.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, if you notice, most of the good teams hit on like the late third day picks.
Yeah.
Like picks between like 4 and 7. Like if you hit on those picks, those, because when it comes to the first 3, those will be the ones that considered bust if they don't pan out. Don't nobody remember the bad picks you picked from 4 to 7. But the good picks that you picked from 4 to 7, everybody will remember them.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Scatterable, right? Was how far back was Scatterable? Like a
fourth round pick. Yeah. So say if he hits become a Pro Bowler, like you can already tell that he's being respected in the league by other teams. Mm-hmm. Other teams afraid to tackle him, like the Eagles players was talking about him, how they was waiting to go up against him because they saw him in film and stuff like that. Like obviously, if it was like a redraft, another team would have drafted Cam Scattergood before the 4th round. But now that Joe Shane found him in the 4th, or technically found him in the 4th, is going to be viewed as a diamond in the rough type pick, even though he was one of the best running backs in the country last year at Arizona State.
Yeah. Shout out to the other running back too, Tyrone Tracy. He was also like a 5th round pick.
Yep, 5th round pick. And plus, he was a wide receiver that turned into a running back and only played running back for 1 year. So that really is a diamond in the rough to have while starting running back in the 5th round that only played running back for 1 year before last year or before 2 years ago. Yeah. Delusional said, we are at the bottom of the league because we keep letting talent walk out the door or get traded. Yep, that is true. And that's one of the main reasons Dexter Lawrence wanted to leave. All those players that left before him those were around like his draft cycle. Like
And
you
they
know,
were good players.
they were all good players. They were all, and plus when it comes to Saquon and McKinney, those two were captains with Dex. Like all three of them were captains on this team at one point.
Yeah.
So if you see two of your captains get walked out the door, like I get it. I'm a fan of the team, but I get, personal wise, like he would probably want out of here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this will probably be the last time we talk about Dexter Lawrence on this show. Let's talk about the draft real quick. We have the 5th to 10th now. We have the 37th. We do not have a third round pick because of the trade we made to get draft Jackson Dart last year. We moved up in the first round to get him, and we I forgot who we traded with, to be honest. But yeah, we had to give them our third pick this year, so we don't have a third pick. And you guys see 4th, 5th, and we have 3 6th-rounders and no 7th-round pick this year. And we could start off the mock, man. We're gonna do a mock draft on PFF.
Wow.
We'll see how we do. If anybody have any questions about any prospects or hold on, let me see what Corey said. That was a terrible the front office. Yep, terrible move by the front office. I actually wanted Saquon and McKinney to remain here. They were our captains. I thought Joe Shane should have been fired when he did that, but I don't run the Giants. I wish I did, but I don't run the Giants.
Never traded Odell either. That was Gettleman, right?
Yeah, that was Gettleman.
Yeah, that was Gettleman. But this guy, it was only like $10 million, right, for Saquon. That's the money they were talking about, right?
Yeah, I think between 12 and like they wanted to go 10, he got 12. So we pretty much dropped him for $2 million, and then gave Darius Slayton, everybody's favorite wide receiver, the same contract the very next year.
Unbelievable.
Gave him $12 million a year that we could have got Saquon, but it is what it is, man. That's water under the bridge now, and I'd be mad sometimes thinking about it still, but can't be mad, man. Yeah. So this is going to be quick mock draft. Like I said, we could talk about some of the prospects or some of the positions we'll want to see us pick in these spots. I only do 2 rounds because we don't have a third round pick. Caleb at 5, delusional says, see, that's my personal pick, but we'll see. We're gonna do it randomly, even if we don't, depending on how fast we do this, maybe we'll do it a couple times because it actually populates pretty fast. Like the computer populates everything pretty fast. Let's start this. All right. See, I do not think this is how the draft board is going to go. They got Styles going, a linebacker going second to the Jets. Arvell Reese, that I can see that pick to Arizona. Bain, he's dropped down in real life. I don't know. They said they updated everything, I think, yesterday when it comes to the rankings, but I don't see Ruben Baines Jr. being drafted that high. So we actually got the pick of the litter of the players that I wanted. I know a lot of people want Sonny Styles. I'm going to be honest with you right now. Like, I did like Sonny Styles into the draft process, but I did do some more film study on him. Like, he's not the type of linebacker I personally like. He's not really violent enough or physical enough. He's more of a speed finesse guy. I don't see him as a middle linebacker. He seems to me more like an outside linebacker, somebody that could be good in coverage because he is a former safety that turned into a linebacker 2 years ago. But yeah, like he was like Superman at the combine, so his draft stock skyrocketed. Like he's 6'5". Matter of fact, I think you can do profiles up here. Hold on. Yeah, here it goes. Sonny Styles. I think it's in the first look. Yeah, he's 6'5". Over 240, only 21 years old. I think he ran the 40 in like a 4.4.
It's fast.
Like he's unheard of when it comes to athleticism. But, him being a football player, I want my linebackers to be a little more physical and violent than him. A lot of high tackling with him. He gets pushed around a little bit because he is kind of light for a linebacker.
Yeah.
Like he's slim for a linebacker. Like he's a very, very good football player, but personally, I would not want to draft him at 5 if we had the chance.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is. I don't think it really helps the room too much, too. What do you think about that statement? Like the linebacker room.
Well, I mean, he does have a vet in there when it comes to Edmonds. We just re-signed Micah McFadden, so at this point, he's a vet too. I think he's 3 or 4 years deep.
Yeah.
So if he helps the room just because he's talented. Like, say if we did draft him, I'm not upset.
Yeah.
But like, it's other players in the draft that I would draft over him at 5. Like if we had a top 15 pick and a lot of these other dudes are drafted already, then yeah, I say get Sonny Styles. But I do not think we need a middle linebacker. If he's going to play middle linebacker, we're still going to be running like a 3-4. So we're still going to have 2 middle linebackers. I don't see him and Edmonds being a good pairing. I just don't.
What's our, I know we have multiple needs, but what's our 1A needs? What positions?
Well, on here it says wide receiver, guard, linebacker, safety. Those are all correct. And we also need cornerback. Like we was a bad team, so we have holes everywhere.
Yeah.
Defensive
tackle too.
Yeah, we need guard. Like we could use another tackle. We could if they drafted anybody other than quarterback, I'm not upset at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like we need talent on this team. Even if we drafted, I wouldn't draft a tackle at 5 or 10, but say we drafted like a backup tackle in the 2nd round, I can't be mad at that, depending on who the tackle is. Or if we get
what makes you salivate though for the 1st round when you see the 1st round pick and you see number 5?
What do you think we need?
I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. Jeremiah Love at 5 is going to be a thing. He would not be my pick because of the whole Saquon thing. I think it's kind of weird to let Saquon walk out of the door, but I do think Jeremiah Love is probably the best player in this draft. So if we do get him, I'm ecstatic, but I would probably pick Caleb Downs. So we're going to pick him here. I do believe Delusional have him at 5 too. I'm going to pick Caleb Downs. I'm not going to do it right now because it's just going to keep going with all the other teams. I'll talk about Caleb a little bit before I pick him.
I want to ask you about Ruben Bain. What's the issue with him? Why is he going down in stock?
Arms is too short. Like he's an edge rusher. If you can look at him and see his arms are short, and that's a huge thing when it comes to the NFL. This isn't college anymore. He's going to be going against tackles that are like 6'7", some 6'8". When you have short arms and you're an edge rusher, that's not a good combination.
Oh wow!
So it's all about measurements. Like he's as a football player. See, when it comes to the 1st round, especially like in the top 10, top 15, some of it don't have. Like obviously, all of these dudes are good football players, but measurables and talent are the number one things to get. Like in these type of picks that we're talking about, it's not necessarily who's the best quote unquote football players. That's why a lot of the top players in the league weren't drafted in the top 10.
Right.
And it's almost like the whole reason we have the combine and people are enamored with 40 times and stuff like that. Like Sonny Styles, like I said, ran the 40 and a 4.4. Like most of the best linebackers in the league, you don't give a damn what their 40 time was. Like what was Ray Lewis 40 time? Don't nobody know, care, remember. Like he was an excellent football player. So when it comes to like the top 10, top 15, stuff like that, measurables and talent, the stuff that you can't coach and teach are what coaches and GMs always going to be enamored with.
Yeah. So I would think that the Titans would take Jeremiah Love if that's the case, if Ruben is falling like that.
Right. Exactly. That's why I don't think this board is going to go like this at all. I don't think Sonny Styles is going to go in the top 5 or Ruben Baines.
Yeah.
If I had it all over to do all over again, Mendoza would be 1. It would be Reese or Bailey at 2 with the Jets. That's when the draft actually is going to start at 3 because nobody knows what Arizona and Tennessee are going to do, or us, because all of us have so many holes that we could pretty much pick. Like I said, we could pick any player and it will be the right pick because we have so many holes.
Yeah.
I would probably say Bailey and Reese are most likely going in the top 5. Just don't know where because those are the two top edge rushers in the class. And Jeremiah Love, he's the best player, so I expect him to be drafted in the top 5 somewhere in there too. I just don't know where.
Yeah.
Even if we pick him, that's why I wouldn't be shocked, even though he's a running back and that's not exactly who we necessarily need. If we pick him at 5, he's so talented. The reason we pick him at 5 is for all the intangibles that I told you about before.
Yeah.
He pretty much Saquon Barkley again.
Yeah.
But maybe better.
Wow. We need all the help we can get, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So if we get him, how can I be upset?
Yeah. So I agree with the Caleb Downs. What do you think, Steph? At 5.
I'm not familiar with the prospects. So for me, it's more about the position.
Position.
Yes, I do not want the Knicks, and the Knicks. Wow, the Giants. And I know, Jarrell, you said that Love is probably just as good a prospect as Saquon Barkley was.
Mm-hmm.
I still wouldn't draft a running back at 5.
Right.
I still wouldn't draft a running back at 5.
But
whatever they do after that, I'm good with.
Right. Because technically, they've been telling us that you're not supposed to.
Right.
They've been telling us without telling us that you're not supposed to pick running backs this high. But when the running back is so good, kind of hard to pass him up.
But Saquon Barkley was really good. And because of the team that was around him, we didn't, I'm not saying it's Saquon Barkley's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think because we have a quarterback now and because of the coach, it'll be better this time around?
Well, yeah, that remains to be seen. That's a very hard question. But if we're in a better position, yes, we're in a better position because we have the quarterback of the future and ... Everything starts and ends with Jackson Dart right now.
Yeah. And we have a wide receiver too.
We have a wide receiver, but it's mainly because of Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
If we didn't have Malik Neighbors, I still get Love if I wanted the best player in the draft. But if we didn't have a quarterback, then this is maybe a bad example because this is really like a one quarterback draft. That's why there's only one quarterback being picked in the top 5. But say if it was another quarterback coming out, yeah, I wouldn't touch Jeremiah Love with a 10-foot pole if we needed a quarterback though.
Right.
Yeah.
It will always end and start and end with that. But Caleb Downs, the reason Caleb Downs is sketchy just like Love, because just like Love, the positional value is low. That's why safeties, you don't usually see safeties drafted in the top 10 either. But just like Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs is special when it comes to his position. So because he is special, he's like the exception of the rule. So if we pick him at 5, I'd be ecstatic also. But if this was any other year, hell no, I wouldn't want a safety in the top 5. That's kind of crazy. Like stuff like that don't happen. Ed Reed wasn't picked in the top 5. Sean Taylor, like most of the top safeties of all time, none of them were picked in the top 5. And that's hard.
We can fish a little bit because we got the number 10. So we can try to get like the little saison on top, with the 5, and then and we can start
exactly
with number 10.
Exactly. You got to play a little game. So we'll get off of Caleb. I just wanted to, if anybody at home was going to read some of the synopsis, or if you wanted to go on PFF, it's free and you can look at all this stuff. But say if wide receiver that's why I didn't pick him yet, because I wanted to keep all the prospects up here. Say if Caleb Downs is the pick, but we want a wide receiver. If we top wide receivers, most people think Jordan Tyson is the number 1 wide receiver right now.
Yeah.
If his injury history was clean, he would probably be a top 5 pick easily. That's how talented he is. But he has a huge injury problem. Like he hasn't played a full season, I think, in the last 3 years. He's coming off a broken collarbone, which is like a fluke injury when it comes to wide receiver. wide receivers, because they fall on their shoulders so much, they break collarbones. Like it's a freak injury when it comes to football, breaking a collarbone. You can't get away from that. But like he tore his knee up before, hamstring issues, soft tissue issues. Like he seems like he's the type of player that never stays healthy for whatever reason. So picking him top 5 or top 10 is really, really sketchy too. A lot of people said like the Giants are in love with him. They said Joe Shane went to Arizona State and had dinner with him. So he is a possibility to be at 5 or 10. Technically, like personally, I wouldn't pick him because of the injury stuff. So the safest wide receivers in the draft are Carnell Tate, who is number 1 for me because he's the safest, and Makai Lemon, who is safe football wise, but he might have some off the field issues with him. Not major ones, not major, not so major that you would pick him in the top 10. But if you want to talk about the cleanest, clean cut, like normal, perfect citizen, face of the franchise type of wide receiver, it'll be Carnell Tate. Like he's the goods. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, little slow. When I say slow, he run the 40 like a 4.5. Like he's not a blazer, but he can still get down the field. He has the best hands in the draft. If I was going to pick a wide receiver in the top 10, it would be Carnell Tate. But for now, we'll pick Caleb Downs at 5. Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about some of the other prospects. Another safety was picked in the top 10. Dylan Diamond, like he's from Oregon. I don't see him being picked in the top 10. That was weird for this simulation to do.
Yeah.
Carnell Tate was picked by Washington. Love was picked by Cleveland. I don't see Cleveland picking a running back. They just picked a running back in the second round last year. Carnell Tate, I can see them grabbing Carnell Tate. That's actually believable. David Bailey, if he reaches down here, something went wrong. Like this isn't realistic at all. Like let's just say this. If David Bailey gets to 5, we should trade down because somebody is going to want him at 5. And for me, with the position that we are in, I want all the picks we can get, especially since we don't have a third. So if Bailey does slip to 5, I would trade out of this pick depending on the deal. If they give me a good deal, I'm getting out of here and dropping down.
Like what, 17 and a third?
Maybe not 17. Drop the 5 to 17. I need more than a third if you could drop the 5 to 17. You mentioned the Cowboys. They have 12 and 20. They're not going to give us both of those. But say if we drop to 12, we give them 5 and they give us a third. I might drop to 12. Dropping to 17 gets you out of the blue chip prospects, kind of. Yeah. Like I don't want nothing after 15. Right. Once we get to 15, these get sketchy and players that you should just be picking in the second round to me. Right. Or can. But we say we can, is Dallas in our division, but they traded with Philly before. Say if that happens, that is definitely a possibility if David Bailey slips to 5. Us trade down. I'm definitely with that. Because I don't need Caleb Downs or Jeremiah Love bad enough for me to miss out on another prospect in the top 100 picks. If that makes sense. Like I'd rather have another third round pick.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So for the 10th pick, we got Francis Manoa, who is the number 1 guard. Like it says tackle right here, but like a lot of GMs think he's going to transfer to guard in the NFL. So he will be our number 1 lineman. The number 1 corner is Monsieur Delaney from LSU. He's definitely a possibility. Spencer Fano, he's an undersized tackle. We wouldn't be picking him. I do not see us picking like a tackle period or a tight end This is where the wide receivers come in with Mekhi Lemon. Yeah, the guard from Penn State is a mauler. I don't see us picking like guard in the top 10, except for if it was Mount Noah. But other than that, I think we're either going to go wide receiver or corner. And for me personally, I would probably pick Carnell Tate.
Okay, if he's available there.
He's available here.
He went
Oh,
7.
no. I'm sorry. He went 7, so I can't pick him. Thank you, Steph and Eru. Like I forgot. He's not here. So maybe
you would take one of those guys, wide receiver?
Either him or maybe I go Delaney, because I might think Delaney is a better prospect of Lemon because of some of the off-field stuff. Like his interviews were bad at the combine. A lot of teams were saying, but that could just be smoke screen. But when it comes to talent, his comp would be maybe slightly smaller. Amon-Ra St. Brown from Detroit. I don't know if you're really familiar with his game, but slot master. Like he's one of the best wide receivers in the game. Could catch over 100 balls a year. Really, really tough. Mekhi Lemon is that type of player. So if we got him, I'd be ecstatic too, but maybe I would probably pick Delaney here. McCoy is another health concerns guy. He did not play last year in 2025. He tore his ACL in 2024, but say if he didn't, when it comes to size, speed, weight, measurables, and stuff like that, he would be the number 1 corner. As you can see, he's number 2, and he didn't even play last year. That's how good he was.
Wow.
So he's still going to be picked in the first round. I just don't want us to pick him because of his injury history.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick Delaney here. But say if we did pick one of the wideouts, Mellon or Tyson, it's not like I'll be upset, but it's just concerns with both of them. That's all.
Who's our number 2 wide receiver? Do we have
currently on the team? Darius Slayton. You kidding?
Slayton seems like he's been on the team for like 17 years.
He's the only one left.
Okay.
I think he's the only now that Dexter Lawrence left. I believe Darius Slayton is the only player on the team that played with Eli Manning. He's the longest tenured player on the team now. Which is saying something because he's not that old. That's how the turnover of the team is. But yeah, Darius Slayton is our number 2 wide receiver.
He must be a really nice guy because they named him captain and everything. He must be in control of the ox in the locker room, playing all the good music or something.
Yeah. To be honest, he seemed like he a team guy. He the vibes guy. Like you said, he probably got the aux. He be playing the music. He bring in, stuff for the team and stuff like that. He's a team player. He on Twitter or X talking about the team. There's a couple of guys like that. Jermaine Luminor, who just got re-signed here, he liked that too. He'd be actually one of the people on Twitter talking about the team and interact with fans and stuff like that. Darius Slayton's like that too, especially if you say something bad about one of his guys.
Yeah. Like
Darius Slayton will reply to your tweet and say, well, how do you see that? And where's the evidence? Or how you going to talk like that? Like he'll talk back. So personally, I actually like Darius Slayton. He just can't catch footballs. That's all.
Yeah.
It's hard to catch footballs.
But as far as the pick, man, I don't think the Giants really have like a number 1 cornerback. We got that. We have a quarterback, a cornerback 2 maybe ish. So I think I'm good with Delaney if we was to pick him there because we kind of need we need high talent at the cornerback position.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, corner. Yeah, I think that would be the pick. But like I said, the guard, Manoa, we don't have a right guard either, Eru.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Guard, starting right guard, or starting cornerback? Who would you pick? I'll let you pick this one. Because both are the number 1 prospect at their positions at this time.
Yeah. You
got a choice between either of them. I'll put the
how the line looking otherwise? Because for me, I prefer to build inside out.
Well, he will be inside out because it'll be center, guard, and tackle. We already got our 2 tackles. We already got
You said
Andrew.
you said cornerback, right?
Yeah,
Between
that's on
the
defense.
guard and the cornerback.
Yeah, cornerback on defense. So
Oh,
you
I
either
see.
want a offensive lineman
Gotcha.
to be in the trenches, or you could get a good lockdown corner. Both are very valuable.
Yeah. I would like to protect, the quarterback, John Jackson Dart, but I watched tape on the 2 guys, man. So I can't remember which one was which, but one of the guys were really good reacting as far as like changing positions and stuff. I thought was pretty cool. But there was nothing that really stood out to me that made me think that these guys were like worth like a high pick. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's why I'm looking at Delaney, because I've actually I remember seeing him play, and he's like a psycho. He has that cornerback, confidence, that willingness to die going after the ball. So
Your dog.
yeah, he's definitely a dog. So I'll be good with Delaney. And, from last year, I told you that I don't like drafting cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? But this year,
Yeah, you did say that.
yeah, this year, I'm thinking of it because, I'm just looking at the guys that we have on the roster. We need help out there because we be getting smoked.
So you didn't answer the question though.
Oh, Delaney. Yeah, I'll go with Delaney.
You the GM, Ebro? We going Delaney?
Yeah, I'll take Delaney.
We going Delaney. All right. So yeah, these is way too many prospects for me. We're gonna go straight to the second round. Let's see who's left. All right, we did not go wide receiver. So the top wide receivers are Casey Concepcion. He's more like let's just say a better, well, I don't want to say better because we already have proof that he's good. Like Wandale Robinson is going to be somebody in the slot, very, very fast, kick returner, punt returner, get the ball in his hands, and he's electric type of wide receiver. Chris Bell, coming off an injury, he's more of he's a bigger wide receiver. Like he'll be like a standard number 2. Like, let me see how big he is, how tall he is. I don't want to misread it. Yeah, he's 6'2", 220, Deebo Samuel type. Maybe don't run as tough as Deebo Samuel because he is a route runner, like he's a real wide receiver. But Chris Bell is an option 2 in the second round. Skylar Bell is pretty good. But these are players down here that I might get like in the 3rd or 4th if we had a 3rd round. Salute Oldhead. I didn't even see Oldhead coming here up there yapping my yap. Know what I'm saying? Salute the Oldhead. Brazel, yeah. I see after Hyatt, I ain't drafted no more Tennessee wide receivers, bro. Like it's over.
Man, he made it bad for everybody.
It's over. like dudes in that system. Even when it comes to Brazel, is his route running and stuff like that. Just not exactly like Hyatt because he's bigger, like he is 6'4". He's a better route runner and better all-around wide receiver than Jalen Hyatt was coming out. But I'm not sure if I'm picking him over some of the other dudes that's on the board. But say if Chris Brazel like slipped a little bit, say if he slipped to the 3rd because a lot of people don't like him, I can see that too. Like he's not a bad pick, but I got PTSD, man. know about them Tennessee wide receivers no more. But overall, we just lost Dexter Lawrence, right?
Yeah, I'm with the Caleb Banks idea.
Caleb Banks is a monster. Not monster like they're a little different. Dexter Lawrence is different. He's a nose tackle. Caleb Banks is huge too. 6'6", 330.
Wow.
It's a big dude, man.
Can he move though?
That's the thing. He can move. Very, very good against the run. He won't be like like rushing the passer type of defensive tackle. Like Dexter Lawrence is a no. That's the thing about how special Dex was. I said I wasn't going to talk about Dex no more, but I am because that's how special he was. Like he was a nose guard to actually rush the passer. That is unheard of. Like when you talk about pressures and stuff like that, getting to the actual quarterback, being a nose tackle, getting to the quarterback, Dexter Lawrence might be like a top 5 nose tackle if we're just going to talk about that specific position, not defensive tackle. His specific position at the nose, when it comes to the type of pressures that he generated, he's top 3 all time.
Wow.
Top 3, 5 all time easy, because that position is not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Like big dudes like that in the middle, right above the center, they're not pass rushers. Like they're run stoppers. Dex is special because he was good at both.
Yeah.
Like let's just say, Steph, if Dexter Lawrence had over 100 pressures in that 5-year span, the next nose tackle might have 40.
Wow.
That's how special Dex was. But we got the 10th pick, so I don't want to go back. But Caleb Banks will probably be my pick because we do need size. I'm the type of person that don't like to draft for need necessarily. I like to pick the best player on the board that I think, especially in the second round. Like the whole need stuff, depending on how your roster is. For me, it's the first round type stuff. Now, to me, you're supposed to be picking like best available, regardless of what the position is, because these might not be starters. Second round picks aren't necessarily. They should be starters talent wise, but they don't necessarily have to be. Caleb Banks is going to be my pick here, but yeah, there are definitely other like people. Other players that are definitely worth it. My number 1 linebacker on the board is probably Jacob Rodriguez. Very, very smart, cerebral type linebacker. Thumper. I'm trying to see what his comp would be. Remember Blake Martinez? He's a middle linebacker for us. Really smart, short tackler. Not all world, but Pro Bowl type of linebacker. This is Jacob Martinez.
Okay.
So say if we did get him in the second round, since we didn't get a linebacker in the first, say if we didn't draft Sonny Styles, if we get Jacob Rodriguez in the second, I'm good. I'm happy.
It's kind of hard to pick him over the my man Banks there.
Yeah, I'm not like it'll be not a coin flip, but I'll really have because I don't think Banks is going to reach this. That's why I don't want to pick him here, because I don't think he's going to make it to the second round.
Yeah.
But it's possible. Other defensive tackles we can go through, because after this we could probably stop, because we only got second round pick anyway. Like Lee Hunter is a monster run stopper too. If we picked him, it's a little low. He's a little low, but if we picked him in the second round, I wouldn't mind that. Some of these other dudes, I'm a Florida State fan, so I've seen all Darryl Jackson's games. He's a good defensive tackle with like third, fourth round type defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
But if Banks is on the board, draft Banks.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be there. But I'll draft him here. But say if he's not, say when you watch the draft in real life on Thursday and we draft Jacob Rodriguez, if we don't get a linebacker in the first, just know that that's a good pick.
Yeah.
If we're going to look at linebacker. But it all depends. I think a lot of this, when it comes to the second pick, is going to be what we chose in the first. Like if one of these aren't a wide receiver, I can't be shocked that we picked a wide receiver in the second. Or say if this was a wide receiver at the 10th pick, we might get one of these cornerbacks in the second round. We just lost Dexter Lawrence, so you never know when we're going to pick a defensive tackle. It just won't be in the first round unless we trade down. Like none of the defensive tackles are like good enough to be in the top 15. I don't think. But I'll get Caleb Banks here. Just let y'all know, like Lee Hunter, that might be a more realistic pick because he might be there in the second. Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker. Chris Johnson, cornerback. If we don't get a cornerback in the first, look at him in the second round. Other than that, it's just a crapshoot. Like once you go all the way down here. But we'll get
Bonds. Bonds, I'm kind of familiar with. I thought he was pretty good too.
I like him too. The only thing with him, just might not like him for this team because we already have a slot corner.
Okay.
He one of them little dudes that be in the middle, and we already have Nah, his name's escaping me. I forgot. We already got a slot corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we draft him like in the third, say if we get a third round pick, maybe a fourth, we get Pons. I think he's a really good corner, but I don't think he's like an outside boundary corner though. I think he's probably be stuck in nickel, and we already got nickel.
Yeah.
But yeah, they gave him a B plus. It is what it is. Like they say that because Caleb Downs in real life, he's a top 5 player, but picking him with the 5th pick as a safety, it would probably be a lower grade than an A because they're not going by the player, they're going by position.
Right.
Safeties aren't picked in the top 5. He's just good enough to be one of those. But that's it. Anybody got any questions? I know we went over an hour. We almost an hour. Say that again, Steph?
No, I said that's fine. That we went over an hour.
Yeah, like Caleb Downs. Like if this is our 3 picks, yeah, I'm good. I'm ecstatic. We just build off of this in 3 through 4. Maybe we can make a trade to get a third round pick. But if we stuck with these 3 players in the first 2 rounds, yeah, I'm gravy. That's a good draft.
Yeah, I'm good with that too. Like you said, the safety, like you said, it's kind of like a luxury kind of thing. But getting a top cornerback, basically, he's like the top rated quarterback, right? Delaney.
Yeah, yep, he's number 1.
And then the Calais Banks, he's a monster. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we did pretty good because all 3 guys possibly could be starters for us, like almost immediately, right?
Right. Because let's just think this: like Downs is the number 1 rated safety. Delaney is the number 1 rated corner. Banks is top 5 rated defensive tackle.
Right.
So those can't be 3 starters on our defense. But, some people will say, look at this, and we have not a rookie quarterback going to the 2nd year. You didn't help him at all in the first 2 rounds. So it all depends on how you look at the draft and how do you want to shape the team. Because all 3 of these picks can be on offense. They could be staggered, or all of them could be on defense. You never know.
I think I'm reconsidering Love.
Oh, the running back at 5, if he's there.
I mean, yes, you want to correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You understand this stuff better. Yes, you do want a line to protect him, right? That's important. But doesn't a running back and a wide receiver also help him?
Yep. Absolutely. The more talent you have on the team, the more that helps your quarterback. Like case in point, like when the Colts had Peyton Manning, they got him. Marvin Harrison, I think, was already there. Marshall Faulk was already there, but they got him Reggie Wayne. They got him Joseph Adai. They got him Adrian James. Like all of those are like top picks in the draft. Like you always have to draft talent and offensive lineman for your quarterback. So somebody might look at this draft that we just had and say, yeah, you didn't help your quarterback at all.
Right.
Yeah. So it all depends. Because you never know how the board is going to fall.
Right.
But if you go into saying, yeah, I'm going to just pick all offensive players, yeah, you're going to be fired. Like that's not how you draft, yo. That's not how you build teams. You still have mad other picks. All these picks. Like we only picked 3 of them. You still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not saying you got to pick all 5 offensive players with these picks. But yeah, man, you gotta be creative. That's where your scouting goes in. Where's your sleeper, your gem in the late rounds? Like pick a wide receiver in the 4th or 5th round that can get by, that can get on the team. Like you don't have to pick a wide receiver in the 1st round in order to help Jackson Dart. You can have to find somebody to help him in the 4th, just like Cam Scatterboo.
Yeah. Ole has said, isn't he considered Harbaugh? Isn't he considered a defensive-minded coach? He's a smash mouth coach, man, on both sides, right?
Well, not necessarily. He's an everything coach because he was a special teams coordinator before he became a head coach. But he doesn't. He's right down the middle. He doesn't coach offense or defense. He's not a coordinator on either side of the ball. He's just a CEO. But when it comes to defensive minded, I mean, I think a lot of people think that because he inherited Baltimore.
Right.
Because when Brian Billick was there, that's when, Baltimore actually started that good defensive run with Ray Lewis and stuff like that. And then Harbaugh came after him. But going in, I wouldn't necessarily call him a defensive-minded coach. I think he coached offense before he went to, I think he might have been a tight ends coach, but I think he was on the offensive side of the ball, just like his brother was. Like his brother was a quarterback. Jim Harbaugh was a quarterback and on the offensive side of the ball. But don't get me wrong, not like he don't care about defense. It's not like he Andy Reid that just on the offensive side of the ball, you just do whatever on defense. He don't call plays on either. He's going to, foresee or oversee both sides of the ball. Make sure everything is running smoothly.
Well, Steph brought up the playmakers, basically running backs and wide receivers. It would feel kind of weird that we didn't help the quarterback. But what's giving me a tickle is not getting the offensive lineman. Because I mean that kid can't pronounce his name. Yeah, Malinois.
You picked Delaney over him. You the one who didn't pick him. That's That's why I asked you 3 times. And that was a test because that's how hard this shit is, Ebru.
Yeah.
Like you can either help Jackson. Like, we don't have a right guard, and you picked a corner.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Because last year I didn't like. I told you I don't like cornerbacks, and I straight up drafted a cornerback in the first round. Lord have mercy.
But I mean, that's how it is. That's how it is, man. You're drafting talent. You're drafting these prospects. Like Delaney, he might be a Pro Bowl corner, but you passed on a possible Pro Bowl guard.
A franchise guard.
Maybe he might be.
Yeah,
he might be. You never know. Malinois actually had like a medical issue too. Then he had I heard about this yesterday. He has a herniated disc, but they say it's not like it's not going to be a problem going forward though. But he does have a problem right now. Like he'll be set for training camp and stuff like that. But they want it to be known that, he does have a herniated disc.
Oh man, it's a lot of stuff with this draft, man. But I think this is like one of the best times of year with football. Football has their little pieces, but the draft is amazing, man. They make it a big spectacle with the NFL,
And it's like Christmas for me. This is my favorite time of year.
I know.
Playoff basketball and the draft. Like we got both. Like last year, it was a little overwhelming, but I'm gonna be used to it this year. We're gonna have the Knicks playing at 7:00, and then the draft started at 8.
Wow!
On the same day,
ready?
Something like that. Yep. So what you put me in on the spot for number 10. So what would you have taken at number 10 if you could rechange it?
Marino. That's why I asked you. I'm glad you took somebody different because that's how it is. Imagine both of us in the draft room. You, Joe Shane, and I'm John Harbaugh. Now I have the power. Like I have veto. Like I have first say.
Right.
But I'm still going to come to you and ask you what your opinion is. I might override you or I might not.
Right.
At that time, I would be like, okay, let's go with Eru. We get Delaney. It's no bad choice.
Right.
It's just different. Like Delaney might end up being an all-pro corner. Right. And if he was, and we would have picked Malinois and he would have been a bust, then what? Right. You would have been right. That's why it's all a crapshoot, man. Nobody's right or wrong at this stage.
Somebody had Evan Neal, though. Evan Neal, we already got – he's supposed to have been the franchise guy that we had for like 15 years on the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's over. Well, I wouldn't even say it's over because we re-signed him. We re-signed him to like a really, really small contract, though. So it's almost like this is put up or shut up time. We're going to see how he is in training camp. If he's not good again, we're going to cut him. Like this is the saving face like portion of Evan Neal's, career. Like we still got Kayvon. Say that.
Do you think he has a shot? Because I feel like he might be blind in one eye or something, man. The way because he don't be paying attention. It seems like. When he's on.
Well, since you didn't pick Malinois, hell yeah, he got a shot. We don't have a right guard.
Oh man!
Like you could have put the last nail in his coffin. You wanted to, But yeah, he definitely has a shot. Like anybody has a shot in training camp if you're on the team. Like I'm a firm believer that you could be the biggest bum in the world, and then all of a sudden you worked on your game. You're in training camp and you get a spot on the team, even if it's with special teams. Not with him because he doesn't play special teams, but yeah, one of these dudes that we draft in the 6th round is not like going to be. I don't know. He might not make the team, but he might. All these dudes not gonna make the team. Once you get past round 5, you might not make the team or not. We got six of these. I mean not 6, but 3 of these 6th-round picks. One of them might not make the team. One of them might start. You never know, man. He got a shot. He wouldn't have had a shot if you would have got Maui Noah though.
I get it. Oh,
O'Hare said that Odell gets signed. Nah, not yet. But he did come with a physical. He passed the physical, had a good workout. Eru actually brought up how they're not signing anybody until after the draft because of compensatory picks. I'm not exactly sure of the rule, but it is a thing. So right after the draft, maybe at the end of this weekend, we might have OBJ back.
yeah.
And at this point in his career, he's a slot.
Yeah, I put him in the slot. You move him around. I think he could still get open in this league, but if you're going to ask for anything other than him being like a 3rd or 4th wideout on your team, I think you kind of fooling yourself, to be honest. Like Eru said, how old is he? We looked his age up. He's about to be 34 during this season. He's still Odell, though. Don't get it twisted. He can still get open, still catch touchdowns. He just won't be doing it as frequently as he used to. That's all. It's going to be a couple bright spots though. People going to say, "Oh, OBJ is back." And he ain't back. He just still here. Like he ain't back, but he is here. There's 2 different things. Like he's going to be on the squad. He's going to give us some flashes. But don't expect like 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns like he used to. He's not the same player anymore. It wouldn't be his role anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like leadership wise, I think he loves football too.
Right.
Throughout the years, we found out that he actually really loves the game. So I think he'll bring a lot of that to the team too. If or when he gets signed,
And honestly, I think it's a good full circle moment for him. Like you got to think about why he got traded. And how people think of him here is because of non-leadership type stuff.
Right.
For him to sign here for a leadership role, that's the type of stuff movies are made out of, to be honest. Especially since he went somewhere and actually won a ring.
Right.
Like an integral part in winning that ring, too. He wasn't some bum on the bench. Like he was the best player in the game until he got hurt in the game.
Right.
Like, he almost won the MVP of the Super Bowl. He got hurt in the second half.
Right.
But he was by far and away the best player on the field before he got hurt.
Right.
It only take one game, though.
Yeah. Exciting stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, there was a feeling when he first came in the league that he was headed for the Hall of Fame, no? OBJ, if it continued on that trajectory?
Yeah, if he continued, he wasn't drafted like that, though. Like he was like these middle of the first. Not saying that he was some bum. He was still a 1st-round pick, but yeah, like Mike Evans, I think was picked before him. That was a good draft when it came to wide receivers. But yeah, Odell wasn't like a Hall of Fame talent coming in, but yeah, he proved himself that after that first couple years, like yeah, couldn't nobody touch. Like not in this town. Like he was the chosen one. He was what Malik Neighbors is now.
Right. No, for sure. Do you think it was the injuries that derailed that, or science?
No, because it wasn't the Giants. No, it wasn't the Giants because when he went to Cleveland, that's when he got hurt here first. Man, I think he broke his ankle here first, but then when he finally got traded to Cleveland, he put up numbers there too until he got hurt again. Like he just kept getting hurt. I think if he wouldn't have got hurt, if Odell would have had a healthy career, he will be a Hall of Fame talent, like the type of player that he was. Yeah, but that's saying a lot of that's the whole point of football. Like Your lifespan is only supposed to be like 3 or 4 years. Like it's hard to get in the Hall of Fame. Everybody, most people not good for a long period of time.
NBA.
Right.
NBA.
Yeah, everybody get in the NBA.
For real.
Make 2 All-Star games. It's a wrap.
Baseball too. They let anybody in the Hall of Fame, man. But you know, like you said, any given Sunday, you know, the stats that he had, man, 13. He had 1,300 yards basically for the first 3 years, 1,450 the second year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you know, that's elite level stuff, man. Until he got hurt,
he was a beast. Like only injury stops stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, you get smarter. He would have got better, just like Jerry Rice did, just like Randy Moss did. Like all these dudes get better. It's just when they slow down, it's because of physical stuff. Like that's just football. Corey said he's expecting 600 yards. I'll take it.
I take it. Yeah.
That's a lot though. I don't expect it. Maybe like I'm gonna go like over under 5. I'll be like right under that. But if he gets 6, I'm all for it. I'm an Odell fan. I hope he gets it.
Did you see what Delusional said?
I'll be the main one saying he's back. See, Delusional crazy. He's gonna have a 2-yard catch, one-handed fall. It might be the best 2. It might be the best 2 yards you've ever seen.
Right, and it will be short of a first down because we need it.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing. it ain't win the game, Steph. It didn't get a first down. It didn't get nothing. But he caught it one-handed, got 2 yards.
You're gonna see Delusional with blonde hair doing this next show with blonde hair.
little mohawk, little faux hawk. You know what I'm saying? But any last words, man? Salute to everybody, man. Let me big up everybody in the chat real quick before we go. Delusional, Corey, Sincere, you know what I mean? Who else? Wonder Woman was here earlier. Overhead, my guy. Dwayne was here. Salute to Dwayne, Man Cave, S God. Salute to everybody for coming through, man. We hadn't had a show in a while. We'll have another one next week because it'll be after the draft. I gotta have a post-draft show. I'm gonna have mock-ups of everybody that we draft, just like I always do. Let me check the schedule real quick. Do you know if the Knicks play on Tuesday, Steph?
I don't, but I can tell you right now.
Yeah, let me check.
Calendar.
Yeah, I'm checking too.
Tuesday the 28th. I don't see that.
Yeah, I think we do Game 5.
Oh yeah.
And we got Wednesday off. So how about this? If y'all can make it, or I might come on Monday.
27th?
Yeah. Because Monday, is you like Dope Soul, we probably do that Wednesday again because we play Tuesday and Thursday.
Play Tuesday down.
If there's a game 6, I'm saying. If there's a game 6, we play Thursday. So we probably have Dope Soul on Wednesday. So maybe I'll have Darhard Giants. Our next show might be Monday night. I'll let everybody know. Hopefully everybody can make it. But that will be the post-draft show. I'm going to have, write-ups on all the draft picks that we have. And hope everybody have a good time, man. Like, it's the draft. Everybody should be excited. It's a 3-day event. Like,
yeah. If you say you're going to be home for the draft, right? I might hit you up and see if we can watch it together, man.
That's what's up. We could be on here live. You know what I'm saying?
When is it?
Thursday.
That's Thursday. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The first round Thursday. Second and third round is Friday, and then 4th through 7th is Saturday. I think they break it up to 3 days again. Any last words? I'm glad y'all came.
That's what I was about to say, man. It's been a minute. This is how we started.
Yeah.
Right? With us 3. So,
yeah. Eru found out he ain't like football no more. You know what I'm saying? Just left us out to dry. I mean, I'm just messing with you.
I've been working like a slave, man. I don't know.
Life be life, man. That's how it is. And hopefully recovery for you. I don't know if you told everybody you keep breaking down like you're old man.
I take every vitamin under the sun too, man. So I'm doing the best I can to try to stay alive, man. But apparently I'm not taking the right one, man.
Hey man,
man. That's my issue. Torn meniscus.
I told you life be life. Me and Eru the same age, Steph. Yeah. And I just had a birthday, so I'm a little older than him, but I get those injuries too. I just don't be saying it like you honest with y'all.
Yeah,
man.
My knee been hurting.
What he say? It's just age.
It's just age. It's just age. That's all. Like I was just walking and felt something pop. He was just walking.
It didn't even pop. It just was like.
Stevie said it felt like a flat tire.
Yeah.
And he was just walking.
Wow. Just regular walking. They didn't trip or nothing. Unbelievable.
Hey, yo, get that sea moss.
I'm taking sea moss too, man. I'm taking everything. I'm taking everything, bro.
Like collagen too.
Collagen, sea moss with fish oil. What else?
I'm taking it all, man. Like a pharmacy.
You got to stack that essential aminos, creatine, and collagen. Do that triple stack right there.
See, Steph knows. Steph got a concoction she drink every day.
I need everything. I need everything.
I take my pills like this, a handful of them. I just go like, drink all the,
I got a little pharmacy.
Well, hopefully all of us old folks will be here next week talk about the draft. Everybody have.
I can't even think. I got these, for every time I take these because I can't remember nothing, man. So it helps out the memory.
We get old, man.
Stress levels down. Get some L-theanine and some magnesium glycinate. That
That's
helps
crazy.
calm you down. That's what I got to take.
Whole CVS.
Smooth. I was kind of smooth this season. I ain't get too hot. Whatever. That L-theanine and that magnesium glycinate holding me down.
It's crazy. All three of us up here knee hurt right now. That's the funny part. And that's the truth. Like all three of us knee hurt right now. Maybe it hurt different ways, but
no, my shit hurts.
Mine hurts.
Yeah, wait till after the show. I'll be like,
I got a break.
Wait till I try to get out this chair.
Yeah, like my,
I got a brace coming in the mail tomorrow. I was trying. I'm like, come on, it's taking too long to heal. So now I got to get a brace.
This is the last thing. I got up off the couch the other day. My daughter asked me, was I okay?
You know what the joke is? You okay? Like they say, are you having a medical emergency? Like, oh, really?
Yo, all I did was get up off the couch. Like she heard my knee crack. I said, ow. Like, you can hear the crack from across the room.
Oh, man.
She said, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good.
These kids are something else. You need help?
You need help? like I'm so old man. Like I ain't bring the water in the house the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still him now. I mean, I take the trash out still. Just a little slower than usual.
Right.
That's all.
A little longer than usual.
A little longer than usual, man. But salute, man. Salute everybody. Hopefully everybody have a good weekend. I'll see y'all next week. And we out. Peace.